Hey, it's me, Donald Miller from StoryBrand, where we help you look at all your marketing through the lens of story. And one of the massive paradigm shifts that we teach our clients is in the story of your brand, don't play the hero of the story. Let your customer play the hero of the story. In other words, the story is all about your customer's story and the role that you play in their story. Your brand is not the hero of the story, your brand is the guide. Here, I want to explain to you how this works. If you think about it, every human being thinks of themselves as the main character in a story. It's like their two eyes are cameras and they're walking around in a movie about them. In this movie, they see themselves as a character trying to overcome a lot of things in order to accomplish a lot of other things. They see themselves getting a degree, starting a family, getting a promotion, buying a home, or whatever. Now in stories, every hero needs a guide. It's an age-old trick storytellers have been using for more than 1,000 years. Think about it. Luke Skywalker had Yoda. Katniss had Haymitch. James Bond had Q. Harry Potter had Professor Dumbledore. The list goes on and on. It's in almost every story you can think of. This guide character steps into a story and gives the hero some comfort. They've been there before and they already conquered the very challenge the hero has to overcome. When the hero meets the guide, they sense that maybe they can overcome the challenges before them too. So what you want to do as a brand is play the role of guide. You want to be Yoda, Haymitch, Q, or Dumbledore. You want to step into the lives of all those potential hero customers out there and say, hey, we've been there, we've figured this out, we can help you too. When you position your company this way, people start responding. Why? Because characters living in a story are all looking for a guide, not for another hero. So play the guide. In order to do this successfully, you need to do two things that every guide in every good story does. When you do these two things, your customers will become brand evangelists. The first thing you need to do is this: be empathetic. Your customer is on a journey and they've run into a problem. If they didn't have a problem, they wouldn't be coming to see you in the first place. When you are empathetic with their problem, you create a bond. They sense that you understand them and are for them. Remember when Bill Clinton said, "I feel your pain"? He was establishing empathy. So somewhere in your marketing material, state your customer's problem and let them know you understand and you care. The second thing you need to do is this: you need to establish authority. Your customer needs to know that you can help them solve their problem. Now, you don't want to overdo this because if you brag too much about yourself, you come off as insecure or needy. So in your marketing collateral, just feature a couple of endorsements or testimonials, or perhaps some logos of other well-known businesses that have used your service. You might even feature some statistics about how many people you've helped. Those things are psychological triggers that let customers know they finally found a guide who can help them with their problem. And they should be featured in your website or your email blasts or even your commercials. But the big paradigm shift is still this: the story is not about you or your brand. The story is about your customer. So how do we put all this together? Let's look at a website for a product our friend Michael Hyatt created called 5 Days to Your Best Year Ever. Notice his opening line: let's be honest, traditional goal setting doesn't work. We all start out with good intentions, but along the way we get distracted or discouraged. That line establishes empathy with the customer. Mike's saying, hey, I get it, and I understand the frustration. Then look down here at the bottom. Mike establishes authority. He's a best-selling author and his process is proven. So he's positioning himself as the guide to help the hero win the day. Mike is a client of ours, and after learning the StoryBrand framework, he quadrupled his revenue of this product, all by understanding and stepping into his customer's story. One of the things he really did great was to position himself as the guide for the hero. We really hope this paradigm shift helps you grow your business. I promise, when you start positioning yourself as the guide instead of the hero in the story, all those hero customers out there are going to cling to you. They're going to come to you. They've been looking for Yoda. They've been looking for Hey-Mitch. They've been looking for somebody to help them with their problem. Your brand is going to be that guide. Have a great time with it. It really works. Okay, now that you understand this concept, it's massive and we have to make some changes. So there's some things that you can do. Go look at your website. Are you playing the hero of the story on your website, or are you positioning your customer as the hero? Are you empathizing with them? Are you expressing that you're an authority who can get them through their problems? Are you stating their problems? Talk about that stuff. Capture your customer's story so that when they look at your website, they feel like they're reading their own story, not a story about you. That's going to be a key to growth. It will change the way you talk about your business all the time, at a cocktail party, in an elevator, in a keynote speech, in the videos that you create. Talk about your customer story, not your brand. Empathize with them and be the authority that they're looking for as a guide to get them through their problem. That paradigm shift will cause a massive increase in your business. I promise, it's huge.